Is it streaming?
Yep, we are streaming. We should be. Hang on. Let's do this right.
Oh. Can I hook into it?
Yeah.
Let's see. That's better. Oh, let me make sure we got audio.
Testing.
It's a little lag, but
Well, you're going to have lag because it's going from here, satellites back down, and then going through the YouTube and Facebook. And yeah. Okay.
oh, cool. Yeah. So anyway, this is John.
Oh, this one's not on.
We're gonna.
Oh, hang on. Let's do this. We'll bring that over for right now.
Okay, this is John.
This is Charles. Oh, there we go. There I
All
am.
Things Paranormal. So we're out here in Oklahoma. This is what did I say? This Beaver
It's Beaver Bend. Is that what it is?
Beaver Bend Lake or something like that. I can't. The names have struck us, but anyway, and I don't know if y'all can look at the cameras really good and get the whole full magnitude of this particular situation, but on the other side of the water is like that's somebody's bedtime. It's total wilderness, and we're talking about millions of acres that goes out. There's nothing out there. So what we're looking for today, and we're going to try to, because the expanse is so big, we're hoping our cameras show up really. You know, you got a whole bunch of it, and then up in the mountains there is none. You know, so things has got to come down. If you always look at the videos, then and you'll see something where it's over by a creek or something like that is where the filming is. That's because something's got to get something to drink. But anyway, back to our cameras. Whenever the moon goes down and it gets really dark, our cameras may not can shoot that far. So it might have to be something we have to adjust the next time we're out here.
Well, we may be going to handheld IR too. So that's me.
That is true.
And we do have some handheld IR cameras that are not connected to our network here, but we can pull that video and stuff off of them. So just to let you know, we are out in the middle of the boonies, and we are transmitting via satellite. So
now you ask, why didn't y'all do that yesterday? Well, let me tell you something. If you walk and look on the side of a vehicle, you'll see multiple scratches going through trees and limbs and wilderness. And last thing we want to do is take a big old hunk of satellite transmitting equipment and be looking down there at pieces of it.
Well, plus you got all the trees that would be causing obstructions.
That's true too.
Right now, we got a satellite dish that's sitting out there that's got open view to the sky that's being able to catch the satellites as they come in overhead. Because we've got nothing on cell phones. I got like dot, dot, dot. I got nothing.
I got dot, dot, dot too.
So,
Absolutely nothing. Nothing. So I'm gonna throw a picture out there just so and kind of put it up there so you can read it. I don't know if the actual thing's going to show right, but just so that you know that, hey, look, is there Bigfoot in the area? Well, there's got to be because there's other hunters. Let's take a look at that. Can y'all read that as a wording backwards?
no, it's right direction.
Cool.
There's even the phone number showing up.
So that's a hotline. When you're down here, you call up and say, hey, man, I've seen a Bigfoot over here and give the road and stuff like that, and boom. But now I'm going to tell you right now, that's not the only number you call. You call All Things Paranormal. And I don't even remember that number.
You don't remember the number?
409.
Here, let's do this.
Yeah, let's do that again.
Let's go up here to...
I think I have ghosts. It's time for me to call All Things Paranormal.
And you too can have your own.
Whoops. All right.
That was our commercial. And I'm going to tell you right now, that was brought to all of our sponsors, which are us. We are the sponsors. So all this live action entertainment is done out of our sponsors.
Hey, if you're watching right now live, or even if you're catching it later on because you were, occupied today, leave us comments to let us know how well this is working via satellite. Are we having good communication? Is the video coming through? Is the audio coming through, or is it all garbled up? Because we can't really tell because we're out in the woods. But let us know, because that allows us the opportunity to increase our technology and to make things a little bit better for you. So with that, I guess we can. Do you want to just keep the interior camera going right now, or do we want to just turn that off and just go back to?
Yeah, we go back to the full-fledged thing.
All right, so we're going to take this and put that offline, and then that way you've got the opportunity to see all of our camera views, and we'll probably make looks like upper right number 2 camera. We might reposition that just a little bit.
Hang on, I got to flip the things on so we can adjust.
No, the power.
But 2 is, yeah, 2.
Yeah, number 2 is right here.
Yeah, right. Let me right at you.
Is that a? Oh, that's the hood of the car. I thought that was a boat dock there for a second.
Oh.
Let's come on up, level that just a little bit. There we go. Make our mountains the same. Swing that over so we catch more view. And we can actually just catch, I think, that one whole side over there. Let's see if we can't take it.
Yeah, pick it up right over here on that right side. On that.
Over there? Because then we start catching all these little brush. Unless we take it all the way over to this.
Go to the right. Go to the right. Oh, go back. Go back again. Oh, no, you're too far over to the right. Keep going to the left. Right there.
Yeah, we already got all that here on number 1 camera. We got that whole section.
You don't have that way over there, huh?
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, but I don't think we're going to be able to see. We'll have to go on the handheld for that to be able to see that far.
It's that warmer here. You got cold? You need a jacket?
No,
I got a jacket. Okay.
I didn't. We probably bumped it accidentally when I was digging this out.
Keep waiting for somebody to come in with a canoe or something.
Oh yeah. Tell you what, if you were going to use a canoe, this is the time, because I learned real quick. You disconnect the tie down rope, because they're going to be behind you, hanging on to it, and you're going to be pulling them the whole time.
What about over that way? You turn the camera that way?
Yeah.
Let me see what. You know what I
Talking about number one?
Yeah.
That's best. That's best. There we go.
About as far as you get with that antenna.
Yep.
Somebody stole my antenna one time, so I put that one on with Loctite. How's that 2020? I probably shouldn't have done that.
So. Okay, so just to let you know, if there are some glitches in the video and audio, it looks like as one satellite passes overhead and leaves, we are getting a disconnect for a few seconds until the next one comes into view. So we're hoping that we're buffering. We've been running for 13 minutes, almost right at 14 minutes. So we'll want to go back in time and take a look at that and see if we're having any type of issues. Hopefully we're just buffering, and the show will actually continue live without any interruptions.
So, why are we out here in Hochtown? So, as we was having conversation up here, where did this legend come from? Well, from the nearest I could tell, it's in the Choctaw Nation. The forest is just so dense, and you had this one guy by the name of Charles Benton. We see it every once in a while. I think there's a store or something like that. Was it a motel? I don't remember what it was. Charles Benton. He claims to have seen the Bigfoot and and he's fueled the legend himself. Let's see who. Look on see who. So this is a local hunter. Apparently, he was he was out hunting Bigfoot or out hunting, and he's seen the Bigfoot. And instead of like a lot of people keeping quiet about it, he become public. And from then on, it just started fueling the fire to where all of a sudden it's a Bigfoot mecca. So there has been at least one sighting. You know, say, well, how do you know he actually seen a Bigfoot? Well, how do you know that he didn't? You know, have you seen a Bigfoot? No. Can you prove Bigfoot has not existence? No, can't do that either. You know, because I'm gonna tell you right now, if you really want to know if there's something out here that has not been found in the world, head on out here in this forest. This is a wilderness, big expanse of a wilderness. If you get lost out here, you are in for a hurting, a big hurting.
We're going to mute the audio for a little bit.
So we're back again. Right now, it looks like our cameras are still showing fairly well, but you still got some of the gaze off the moon itself.
The lower two cameras went to IR, so they're looking into the woods. They've already dropped.
So, so anyway, back to some of the history. The There's always, for generations and generations and generations, there have been stories of Bigfoot out here. You know, from the Bigfoot wars um, to just people just seeing them out in the woods. So what made this place known was um, Denton, Charles Denton. He was out turkey hunting, and he seen a Bigfoot. So somehow, back in whenever it first started, you had um, oh, what was that? Whatever that show is off of Animal Planet, happened to do a show about him and his Bigfoot out here. He said he was out there hunting and heard it. It's tearing things up, so he squats down into all four, and he's just getting closer and it's getting closer, and finally he reaches up there and looks and sees a Bigfoot and take off running. Now, I haven't seen this dude, but if you can imagine a big old hillbilly looking dude with a beard, he was born on a naval ship. He's got, he's pretty rough and tumble person, and he took off running through the woods. So something scared him enough. Bigfoot probably scared him enough, because I can't imagine him getting scared of some dude, And he's probably been out here hunting almost his whole life out there, and bear and all. So, which notably I haven't seen a bear. Well, that's where the notoriety of Bigfoot come in. All of a sudden you start seeing different things up there like Gasquatch and just Bigfoot everywhere, and it's mainly done for Hochatown to bring in tourists. So some sort of probably a thing to help, one, control flooding, and two, to have power. So if there's a whole Hochatown in the water itself.
Broken Bow Lake.
Broken Bow Lake, that's right. So, and now this Hochatown is not necessarily not only known for Bigfoot, it's also known for some of its hauntings. And I didn't know it till a little bit later. So over at Beaver Bend State Park, you can go in, there's a restaurant over there, and it's supposed to be haunted by a couple people. One of them is supposed to be a truck driver that I guess died, and another one's supposed to be by the owner. If you go on YouTube and stuff, you can see the videos of like chairs moving and stuff like that. So I wish I'd known about it sooner. We would have gone to eat over at the restaurant.
Well, we're planning on coming back.
Yeah, but we're planning on coming back. We may even come back doing a two-part thing, trying to see if we can't do some type of a ghost hunt and Bigfoot hunt. But this place is really pretty cool. It's just about got everything you want.
You want some history on the lake?
Yeah, go ahead.
So Broken Bow Lake was authorized by the Flood Control Act in 1958. It was approved by Congress in 1958, July 3rd. And then the Corps of Engineers started looking at it, doing the development on it, the design. 1961, they got a contractor to come in, and the pool was actually filled. So the lake, the dam and everything was completed, and they filled the lake in April of 1970. So it's only been here for about 50 years.
About 50 years.
So it's a pretty good size. It's the largest lake, by the way, in Oklahoma. Elevation for the surface of the water is 627 feet above sea level.
How deep is it?
Don't know. Let's see if I can find that.
Okay, we went to IR on our. That's a good picture.
Yeah. The only thing, just talking about pictures, the upper two cameras that are looking across the lake, it's about 300 yards, maybe a little bit further. Although what you're seeing on your screen is kind of small because you've only got 1/4 of the display showing each of those camera views. When we go back and review footage, we actually look at each camera's view in full screen. So we actually get to see much more detail than might be visible to you at the moment. So, and then if there's anything substantial, we will definitely copy that out and make that available to everybody. But this is all live showing, so that's kind of one of the things. Unfortunately, the more cameras we put out, the less each camera can show you, simply because we got to take up the screen surface.
So last night's hunt, we did some Bigfoot looking, and I don't think we got the audio of what we heard. Now, we've been out in the woods. We hunted quite a bit. We went camping. We went, we've been all over the place, camping, hunting, the whole 9 yards, right? So we're watching. We took a little spare time for ourselves, and we were watching the aurora borealis how it dropped down. I've never seen it. I never went out there and watched it, and so it was kind of a treat for me. And we got some pictures. If y'all go look on my Facebook, I posted them. So of it coming up and then going down. It's about as neat as I could see without going all the way up to the northern things. Was it magnificent? No, but it was magnificent for me to see it. So
I think if you're in northern Oklahoma, you probably would have got a better show.
Yeah,
we were just a little too far south to be able to catch the lights and the twinklings and the chasing lights and all that type of stuff.
Yeah. So while we were sitting there and we were discussing life's events like, well, I don't even remember.
Everything.
I think retirement.
Yeah.
But anyway, all of a sudden we heard this thing, and it wasn't far behind us, maybe 20 yards or less. And it sounded like a hoot owl, except fake. It didn't sound like no real hoot owl, screech owl, or whatever. It sounded like something was trying to make that particular noise. Now, we did hear something earlier up in the thing, and it sounded like a whistle, like a little mouse, like beep, 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 But I can't imagine a mouse making that kind of a noise that sounds like a screech owl.
No, not that loud.
And it was loud. And it sounded fake, almost like like somebody's trying to imitate something. So there could be a bird that could imitate. I don't know what kind of bird, maybe a mockingbird or something, but I don't know if it ever make that kind of noise.
And not at night.
Yeah, but this was at night.
This is about almost 1 o'clock in the morning.
Now, did we hear anything moving in the woods that made that noise? Not a bit. I didn't hear anything squirreling around. And here's the thing. It's a hard, rocky surface. So if it moves any type of twigs or grass, it's going to break. So I didn't hear anything breaking. But, then again, I'm also double nickels, and my hearing ain't exactly the best.
Well, the other thing, too, that we want to look at is if anybody has any suggestions for some really good outdoor microphones that we can catch nature sounds, we want to add that to the equipment list so that we can put that out there and be recording those ambient sounds as we're out here. So, again, we've heard all kinds of different stuff. Sometimes the microphone that we're using outside would pick that up, but a lot of times it just wouldn't, because it's not made for that long distance low threshold sounds.
That's right. We're not a sound and audio and video specialist by no means. So if you have a piece of equipment, and you got to remember now, we're operated off of by our sponsors, which are us.
Self-funded.
That's right. And we have people to answer to, such as jobs. And some of us do. Some of us, some of us don't. But he got Lisa. He has to answer to. So, but we will entertain any of it. That way we can take a look and see because we want to have the best experience out here. We want y'all to have the best experience too.
So I'll tell you what, we'll go back, take our section off. We'll turn out the audio again, and we'll contact you again. So right now, just in case you're watching this on a delayed deal, it is now 4 minutes to 9 o'clock p.m. So sunset was about 25 minutes ago.
That's kind of strange out here. The sun sets late. I wasn't expecting that.
So, but we'll go ahead and turn the audio off, and we'll move our camera off of the screen so that you have full visibility, and we'll be back shortly. That's because we don't have our. Sorry, folks.
Some side right here. I think it was. Oh.
Oh, dial down, dial down. There we go.
All right. So this is John.
This is Charles,
As you can see,
and Don is missing.
yeah, Don misses.
That's all right.
that
You can keep it on you.
So as you can see,
I don't want to show you up.
yeah, I can't help it. You got the, the age and the beauty, and I got the fat. So, but anyway, as you can see, we can't see. It's pretty dark out there trying to go across this big expanse. We really and truly covered what I was hoping to cover. And that's when you come in, like you go deer hunting or hunting like that, you come out there right before the sun starts setting and you catch the things. And I'm going to tell you right now, if I can't see, very few animals can see. And if they do see, it's very limited to an extent. So let's just say it's a Bigfoot. Does Bigfoot have night vision?
No.
Probably not. There's only like owls, different kinds of things that fly at night, but for the most part, a bipedal, I would say a bipedal gorillas, they can't see at night either. That's why stuff is done when you come down, get your water, get your groceries, go back up, find your place and go to sleep. The moon is not out. Well, it's out, but it's covered in some cloud cover, so that's really kind of hampering things. But it doesn't affect your IR lights either. So, because the moon doesn't project a whole bunch of infrared lights. So, we're going to continue to record, but we're probably going to be going offline because we're going to do what we do best. We're going to be trying to cover some areas driving.
Yep. We're going to go mobile, which means we got to take the satellite down because we can't take that with us. It's out on a post outside right now. But that doesn't mean that we still can't record everything because the cameras we can keep recording.
Yeah, we're gonna try to see if we can't get to an area where we can see better, and because we want to catch a Bigfoot. But anyway, if you don't hear from us later on this evening, keep a lookout. It's not going to be overnight when we start posting stuff, because we have got, let's just say you got 5 cameras going and you got 8 hours a night, and that's 40 hours times 4 nights.
Yeah.
That's 4 times 4, that's 160 hours of viewing time, and it is so slow.
Yeah. And the thing is, we've made highlight reels before when we've had things that we've got to report to you.
Yep.
If this turns out that we've got 0 to report, well, then there's no reason to make a highlight reel because there's no highlights.
That's right.
Other than just being out here and the camaraderie and, getting out in the